So you're here for 2026 NIT tournaments. We have a few games in team and the final two games in the times. So we have now for Russia start on April 54 March 21st. The 23rd on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Russia hosting for Russia at hosting Bottom team in the 18 trips unit. The home team is not the team stepped up Russia showing two formers for to take on for coast at 7. And the reason why we want money not instead of Tuesday is because they're going to travel immediately to Florida. They're not going to go home. A home trip to Chicago. They're going to go to Fort Myers, Australian Road, and then South Alabama survives by over Oakland State Spec School in Elkhorn, 73 Center, South Alabama, just to Fort Wayne, Indiana. It might make a trip back to South Alabama quick, or they're just gonna go straight up to Fort Wayne, Indiana for a Tuesday night show at 7 p.m. So there's a good bit of the game. So a good bit of the games are split between. So there's 3 games on Saturday, or Tuesday. 3 games on Tuesday. There's 6 games on Sunday, along with the 8 WNIT second round games. And there's 7 WNIT second round games on Monday. And then there's 3 of them on Tuesday. So we'll be able to do a little bit with them in the NCAA basketball Division 2 tournament. I'll be able to do one there. Do some apart on both games, not 4 games. In Division 2. Quarterfinals, national quarterfinals, one of the national quarterfinals, and the Division 1 WNIT. And we'll be doing that. So, normally I don't do Division 2, but it's because it's hard to kind of find Division 2 names for the NCAA the times. And I'll look up names, but say 10-point game with like 10 to 5-point game with like 2 stone force. And if I have a minute left in the game, it's like 20. Or this stuff better. Who knows, but either way, you know, I'm gonna do that national quarterfinals at ESPN Plus. And then I'm going to do that NCAA women's basketball. Look around there. So we have for day 3 of the first round. And the second round will be 22nd through 24th. The Super 16s. Wednesday, the 25th through Wednesday 25th through Friday the 27th. Most likely the games played on the 22nd will play on the 25th. But there could also be some of the 23rd games they play on the 26th. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them play Wednesday or Thursday. You know, the WBAT is on Thursday, or 4 games, so the quarterfinals are. And so I would not be surprised if the quarterfinals, if the quarterfinal and some of the third rounds of WNIT were up, as well as Wednesday, the day before. There might be some on 24th, a few of the 24th games I plan on Friday. Wouldn't be surprised, but, like if you're facing a team that played the 24th, then those 3 might be, but 3 of the 8 might be against their round. Otherwise, most games should be either either Thursday, NCAA, or most of them should be Wednesday or Thursday. Plus, also, I wouldn't think they want to worry about the NCAA. The women's games want to worry about the NCAA women's alternate games because people would watch them and watch them games. Watch them and watch them, maybe plus watch the your team's game. And then the men's team as well. So I assume probably Wednesday, but Thursday could work for the men's teams as well. Because they do not have the men's six.